Legendary space ranger Buzz Lightyear embarks on an intergalactic adventure alongside ambitious recruits Lizzie, Mo, Darby, and his robot companion Socks. As this motley crew tackles their toughest mission yet, they must learn to work together as a team to escape the evil Zurg and his dutiful robot army that are never far behind. That is the summary, ladies and gentlemen, for Lightyear. But we are going to do it like we do it every single time. Jason, what is your one sentence review for Lightyear?
It may not be the best Pixar movie, but it's light years better than Minions.
Ooh, I love Minions.
I know you love the Minions. I hate them little things.
My one sentence review of Lightyear is the first half had me at Finity, and then the second half had me at Yond. Before we jump into our review of it, we'll take one quick ad break. Calm, which is one of the contributors here to the show. Once again, we're not wearing their gear, so shame on us. But I'll probably have an ad slid in here that has him wearing his own gear and make it all fine and better.
Man, it's your boy Jim Shoe. Keep it the chip tube, but in your face art, man. We make art, we sell art. Thank you guys for watching this video. Just want to let you know that each and every video is sponsored by inyourfaceart.com. You'll be able to check down the link in the description so you can see many of the artworks that we do, designs, t-shirts, posters, customization, all that great stuff. So thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for coming to watch this video. I hope you get a lot of great value from it, a lot of good laughs.
And then also we also drink in, the Nerd Focus here. And I'll have a link in the description of how you can order your case of Nerd Focus. 10% of whatever is bought on there goes directly to us. So if you just buy it just to support us, and if you even pour it down the drain or pour it down your gullet, it all pays us the same. So we appreciate
it. But pour it down your gullet, though. Then we'd appreciate that more.
Yes. The gullet is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what a gullet is,
preferred way.
Look it up. The preferred way is to pour it down your gullet.
Yeah, that's the preferred
way. Stole that from the office one day. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump right back into our review of Lightyear. Jason, I'll let you start off. What did you think of Lightyear?
Okay, so Lightyear, as it's not the best Pixar movie there is. There is something about this movie that has a little bit lost some of the Pixar a little bit of the shine that Pixar does, but it's still, for me, a very entertaining movie. Pixar definitely has a way of storytelling that this is probably like their most basics of stories that they've told. It's like basically a simple action sci-fi story. And yet, with their way they develop characters, the way they tell the story, you can't help but feel for Buzz Lightyear, even though he looks like a cop that's going to call you the N-word.
Facts.
But he's down. He's down with black folks. So that's all I got to say. The best part of this, I mean, it's not even the best part of it. It's one of the things I noticed about this movie is that, with the exception of Buzz Lightyear, the majority of the rest of the cast, which is only like a few other characters, are all people of color, which is crazy. Even down to Socks, the talking cat, which is probably the best character in this whole entire thing, is that damn cat. That cat was great. He's hilarious. I don't need to see anything else with him in it. Please don't overdo this cat, guys. Disney, I swear to God, just let it be, okay? Not everybody got to be a mascot. Not everybody got to be put on everything. He was great. Just let it be. We don't need no more minionized things out there. But Socks is awesome. Also a pretty I wouldn't, as I said, it's not a really complex story, but it does deal with a lot of like sci-fi tropes and stuff like that, like time travel, space, all sorts of good stuff. And it also calls back to a lot of the original Toy Story. A lot, especially a lot of the lines that Buzz Lightyear says are organically said, and it took me like a minute later before I was like, oh, he said that in the first movie, like a lot. So it's like, oh, they cleverly snuck these like little homages into this movie to bring back your nostalgia for Toy Story without like cramming it down your throat as most nostalgia bait movies do. Because let's be honest, this is another nostalgia bait movie. There's no reason. I mean, but after we were done, my nephew and my son were like, "Whoa, when are we gonna get a Woody movie?" And I'm like, "Please don't drag me to that. I don't want to see that one." But all in all, like, I definitely enjoy the world. I guess one of my biggest complaints is I wish that we had spent more time with just them on the planet before we get into the timey-wimey shenanigans. Um, but I kind of like the fact that like we are seeing, because it goes with the theme of the movie, that Buzz Lightyear, he needs to learn to, put life first other than his mission, and slow down and appreciate the people that are around him versus, always being gung-ho and focused on his own insecurity, which is like, I gotta do this and I gotta succeed. So
Mhm.
yeah, I get why, they did this in the structure of the movie, but I wish we had seen more of the life and daily life of that planet and how those people were living on that planet a little bit more. Uh, and also, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty good. This is a pretty solid. It's not, Toy Story 3. It's
Mhm.
not Luca. You know, it's definitely not Soul or Coco, but it definitely isn't Cars 2 or
Oh,
Bugs
thank God.
Life.
Thank God. Thank God. um, so I'm gonna probably start off with some hate, and then I'm gonna try to end with some love. Oh no, I'm gonna lie. I'm probably gonna start off with some hate, and then sprinkle
he's
in
gonna
some good
he's
shit,
gonna
and then probably end with
he's gonna
some
hate
hate
this
as
whole
more.
entire thing and to give it a 4 out of 5.
look, look, guys. If this is the movie that Andy saw that made him want to Buzz Lightyear doll, maybe me and Andy is different, or maybe Andy and his parents is on some supremacy,
Oh no,
because
certainly.
Buzz was the worst character in this whole movie. He was the most boring, non-complex character of this whole movie. Now I know the situation lent to him not being very complex, but like, let's be the beginning. He's an a-hole to the rookie. He gets so focused on the mission, he lets life pass him by. So we never even know more about Buzz, except for he's just a mission-focused order taker. And then, like, his sidekick is way cooler than he is in socks. The only thing that redeems Buzz is that the second half, when he gets with the Motley Crew, they're so annoying that it made me wish for the scenes where it was just Buzz again. And that's why I said in my one sentence is like, oh, the beginning had me at Affinity, and the second half had me at Yond, because I was bored in the second half of the movie until the villain reveal happened. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting twist. But I think it was a twist for the sake of a twist. I don't think it didn't add any more complexity to it. I think actually it might have gave Buzz a little bit more complexity, like the twist of who the villain is. But like, I feel like the complexity that Buzz got from that moment, it kind of reminded me of like Mad Eye Moody and Harry Potter. Like, the Mad Eye Moody and Harry Potter wasn't the real Mad Eye Moody.
No.
So all that stuff and all that favorite that we started liking from Mad Eye, we don't know what the real Mad Eye was like. He could be an a-hole for all we know, because we just
He
never
was
knew.
an
We just saw
a-hole.
the fake. We just saw the fake one, and that we endeared ourselves to the fake one. So in this movie, like, I just never felt endeared to Buzz. I felt for him, but he did make choices, though. He chose to let his life pass him by to try to save people for his mission, which is heroic. Don't get me wrong. But I think, like you said, I think it should have been more moments when he got back that we could have helped, that could have helped flesh them a little bit more. Maybe let us know a little bit more why he's so determined and so focused outside of just guilt. Because usually when you're guilty of something and you do all this for guilt, it's because something else has happened in your life that
Mhm.
you've never gotten over. So this would make this the primary subject. If it isn't, he could just be a focused and driven human being, and that could just be true. But it just usually for storytelling purposes, you want to give them layers. And I felt like Buzz never had layers. So when I left this movie, never thought to myself, like, man, I want a Buzz Lightyear toy, or my kids would want one. I thought, why the hell would Andy want one? Like, if
Not
anything, I just want the
socks.
yeah, yeah. If anything, I want the Buzz Lightyear toy because he had the cool lightsaber ass like sword thing, and he had the strap, and like that stuff is what I would want, but not the character himself. You could put anybody in that suit and give me those accessories, and as a kid, I'd have been down. So I just didn't understand like how Andy would want this character. I just thought that Buzz was just pretty boring. Um, like I said before, I wish the Misfits didn't exist. I wish this was a Buzz, Socks, and Izzy story. Period. I wish that Izzy was the one that like she did Fountain like and all that. And I wish they would have made Izzy out to be like kind of a kook, conspiracy theorist, and like the Zorg wasn't the bad guys off the break, but she suspected them to be bad, and saw how her, Buzz, and Socks had to deal with the bureaucracy and deal with the fact that they suspect them being evil. I thought that would have been a more intriguing point because one, it would have shown Buzz getting back with the grandchild of his, his captain or lieutenant, but then also it would have shown something more from Buzz than just an order taker to the degree. But again, I didn't write the movie, so so we're going off what they gave us. I enjoyed it, but it just, I guess maybe when you opened up that scene with this is this movie that Andy saw that made him, I don't know what was anything special about Buzz. Like, I don't know. And I think that's what kept coming back to was like, there's nothing special about Buzz here. He's
Let's
generic insert guy.
That Andy's like 6. So he's like,
absolutely.
Space guy. I want Space guy. Because if it were my mom, I would have definitely not got a Buzz. I would have got an Izzy doll. Obviously, because he's like just the only black character on there. So here you go. That's it.
Or even Izzy's grandma. Like we got the grandmother, like Hawthorne.
I would have got the grandma.
She was the most.
All my GI Joes are black.
Out of all of them.
Right
but like Hawthorne was the most badass and legitimate one out of all of them. Like she handled her biz, and so I don't know. I think when you make that the gravity of the movie, because you put that excerpt at the beginning, I didn't, and if you even didn't put that at the beginning, it could have been left up to interpretation like, oh, was Buzz Lightyear a real person in this universe? Is this a story? Like, we could have interpreted how we wanted it, and I think it would have been a better way to run with it. But instead, when you put that at the beginning, I just didn't feel like this character was exciting enough. And even going further to the same thing with the Mad Eye Moody thing, the only reason we're not crapping on the Lightyear character itself is because the Toy Story movies fleshed out Buzz so well that just Buzz Lightyear itself is already in our hearts. So when we see this character, we already are coming with the baggage of 4 movies of seeing a Buzz that we loved. So we kind of give this one a pass. But if we would have saw this first, let's say we'd have saw it like Andy is first, I'd be like, oh, that dude's stupid. It not have been in the movie for me. It not have been it. Like, I don't care. Like, then it also makes me even more upset because I've seen Buzz Lightyear be done where he's awesome in the animated show.
In the show. The show's great.
Yeah, like he's awesome in that show. I'd rather that had been what Andy had saw that made him want a Lightyear doll than this.
They should have just remade the show. They should just did a CG version of the show. First episode. There we go.
Yeah, because he was awesome in that. But yeah, I love the whole Zerg because I can't say Buzz. That was pretty dope. But other than that, like, I mean, I don't know. Like you said, it's one of those middle of the pack Pixar movies where a middle of the pack Pixar movie to me is like a Jay-Z bad album in his prime. A Jay-Z bad album in his prime is still better than 99% of the rap albums, but it ain't what you want from Jay-Z. This is that. It's still better than 99% of whatever animated stuff is going to come out, probably, but it just ain't what Pixar is to me. And that's why I think I struggle with it a little bit because I needed more heart. I needed more emotion. And I think all the moments they could have had for heart and emotion, they skipped by because he had to get back in the fucking plane. And period. Like that's it. The only one I kind of got teary. Right. The only thing I got teary-eyed about was the last message that she gave the Buzz.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I was like, oh man.
I got a little
misty-eyed swelling a little bit. Yeah. Because I was like, well, because they actually built that relationship where you knew this is a loving friendship relationship. And even they did that perfectly in the montage, but I was more concerned about Hawthorne, not about Buzz, because Buzz is going to live on. And I hate to say, maybe my supremacy was in me. It was like, Buzz is a white man in space. He going to be all right. But and
all the rest of people are stuck. Like, here's also the weird thing about it. Like, because he's only been there for like 4 days.
Right.
Everybody else has been there for like 60 years. We like stuck here. We gotta live on this planet. You just sleep here, man.
You room at the end, bruh. Now, the one thing I will give the movie, respect to who decided to let all the black people be in charge.
Yeah.
Right on. Even though, like you said, Buzz Lightyear architect looks like the most racist architect you can have. But he wasn't. He was a down-ass brother, so I'm with it.
Because literally every other character in this movie, the only other white character was the rookie, and he's only in it for like 2 minutes. And which
I was hoping
mad,
I
like,
was
what
hoping he
happened
would
to
get a
Ray?
glow up. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
hoping
I
he
was
was
like,
gonna
what
get a
happened to
glow up
Ray?
by like the end. Like he was gonna be the man at the end. I thought he was gonna get a glow up, but he didn't. So
Yeah, but
whatever.
he's probably long dead too.
Oh, 100%. 100%. With that being said, Jason, what is your rating for Lightyear?
It was still an enjoyable movie. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's not it's not the best Pixar movie. That's disappointing. So 3.5.
Yeah, after all this I said, I'm giving it a 3. I still did enjoy the movie, and I thought it was good. I thought it was good popcorn fodder. It is what this summer movie season
Yeah.
is supposed to be about: having fun, hanging out with your kids or whoever, and watching cool ass
Well,
cartoons
someone
that with
else's
space
kids.
travel. Yeah, yeah. So someone
Hopefully-
else's kids.
Hopefully you have permission to hang out with those kids.
I
Don't
pray
just-
you have permission to hang out with those kids. I don't need to be bailing
Don't
any of
just-
the N-word family out from jail for kidnapping.
Don't be scooping up nobody else's kids and taking them to movies and driving them back off. I'm like, what happened?
Hey, little kids, you want to come see Lightyear with me? Come on in the van.
Get them
With
ice
that being
cream.
said, I even buy popcorn. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for joining us for the N-Word for Nerd podcast. It's always a pleasure, as always, to have you listen, view with us, watch with us, chill with us, kick it with us. However you consume our content, we enjoy it. Please don't forget about our sponsors again. In Yo Face Art, like yo, YO, in yo face art.com.
Not in your face.
Yeah.
AAVE people. AAVE.
Yeah. Yo, in yo face. And don't forget to pick up some Nerd Focus. Again, the link down there, as Jason says, you can copy and paste that into your browser, pick you up a case, tell us how it tastes. And then, every 10% of whatever you buy goes directly to us. So it's a great way to help us eat a little bit more. Jason's still trying to buy his mansion and his castle so he can be called a lord. So while we're working on that, so we need your help for that. And if you can help us by doing that, that'd be great. And you get something out of it too. You get to drink an energy drink that isn't as bad as Monster and all the other ones that jack you up and have you slap people. So,
and if you buy enough of it, maybe I might invite you to my castle. I probably will. I'm very introverted. I don't like meeting new people.
Also, don't forget on July 9th, we are doing our Anywhere for Nerd book club. We are going to be reviewing The Children of Blood and Bone. Going to be that close up there. So get your copy. Get it Amazon, all bookstores, Barnes and Nobles, whatever you got, you go. We got it. They got it. They got it. They got it.
Local public library that's still available.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yep. Again, my aunt got it at her local library, got the digital copy and everything, and she's been reading it, and she's been sending me little blurbs about it. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, so July 9th at 8 p.m., we will be live on my YouTube, on our YouTube station, Head Cannon Circus, on Jason's Facebook under Jason, and then under Head Cannon Circus
Jason
on
Ade
Facebook
Baker.
as well. So we'll be there. We'll be everywhere so that you can review that book with us. Other than that, Jason, that's all I got this week. You got any nice, kind words for everybody?
Oh yeah, just be kind, be considerate, and tip your servers and bartenders at least 20%, if not more, if you can afford it. And happy Juneteenth, because my ancestors weren't free when they wrote the fucking Declaration of Independence. And those guys are like, oh yeah, this isn't irony at all, and went on with their business.